How is everyone? Let's do another little YouTube live. Who's the first viewer with us this time? Slightly different time zone. I just want to check. Can you hear me loud and clear, those couple of viewers there? I just want to check. Yep, we can. Okay. I'm not even going to bother sharing this one. Hey, Michael, how you doing? I'm not even going to share this one with the Discord. This is just for those that are subscribed and getting the notifications particularly. Okay, so if you want to know, I don't have a schedule. I don't have a schedule whatsoever. I just jump on live in between my other life duties. I just did a live this morning, and then I've done some craft and painting with the little one. And I got another half an hour I can jump on here and do some. Hey, Lucky Doo, you want to come and say hi? Come in here. Say hi.
Hello.
Are you getting a new horse soon?
Mm-hmm.
What colour? Want the silver one? Stronghold Ivory?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What are you going to call it? Starlight?
Mm-hmm.
Starlight. That's cool. All right. I'll be out in a sec, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Oh, live YouTube. Hey, how good. My little guy's only 7, yeah. All right. So, yeah, the point I was making is if you want to make sure that you get the best notification for jumping on with me live, make sure you hit the sub button. Hit that sub button and then hit the little bell next to the sub button and get all notifications so that when I go live, you'll get an email or a blip on your phone to come in and join us, because sometimes I will notify Discord, other times we'll just keep it chilled like this. Doofy Racing, he's got the sub button on and the subscribe. Mate, how you doing? Go and give Doofy Racing a subscribe. Click on his little icon there. Subscribe and come back, or do that after. Doofy Racing, great videos. We did a video yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday or the day before, for about 2.5 hours, where we just dumped all of our knowledge in one go. It was pretty incredible. All right, what we're going to do, similar to this morning, but we're going to dedicate the next half an hour to this or so. Shoot me some horses that you want me to have a look at, whether that be assess where they should be racing, whether that be ask me what I think the value is, and to be honest, I don't really know. I know what I might pay or what I might sell it for. Flick me your favourite horses. What's everyone's favourite horse? You know, depending on what class you are in, you're going to come up against some different gun horses, like Pink Man floating around 453, 345, Avaland Boom, Edison. Are they two horses? Yeah, maybe. I'll look them up as we go. As you come up into the higher classes, you're going to run into your Ducky Malones and your Barocks and your Breathless Edge and your Grandeur. All right, let's start this off. I'll switch over screens here and let's see if these are actual horses. VV wants Edison. Let's have a look at what Edison's up to, and I'll give you a little bit of an Edison review. Edison. I'll tell you what, VV, it's not looking promising to begin with, is it? To be honest, let's be honest, this is not the greatest first impression with 34 runs and 005. Let's see what the odds are doing over here on my other sheet. See if we can find any redemption. Of course, we don't know. A lot of great horses are coming from non-great races, so the whole breeding thing is a complete mystery. Yeah, the odds aren't great, to be honest. We've got 20s through to 30s, maybe the odd 15. You know, I wouldn't be racing this one too much more. I would test out a little bit of breeding on that one and see how you go. I think you've got to give each horse a chance with the breeding as well. I mean, it's not going to be just the greatest horses that produce the greatest offspring. It's the same in real life horse racing. You know, often a bloodline that doesn't have a champion above it can produce an absolute champion below it. But in saying that, often the ones that do have great bloodlines produce maybe more champions as well. What do you mean, what's the point of the game, VV? We can't have every horse to be greatness, absolute greatness, because then there wouldn't be a game at all. So the point of the game is to find a great horse, whether that be buy one that's already running, sort through, sift through a bunch of uncut diamonds, the uncut diamonds, unraced diamond Genesis, until you find that absolute gem, or breed one, absolutely. So, the game has many, many facets. Just because this may or may not be your very first horse and it's not the greatest, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Jump in there, grab another one, try a bit of breeding, try a bit of this, try a bit of that. If we all gave up after the first attempt at anything, we wouldn't get too far, would we? Persistence is the number one factor in success of anything. Well, persistence and failure. The ability to get back up after you fall over, okay, is the number one ingredient to succeeding. All right, what else have we got? We had Avaland Bloom. I haven't heard of this one either, but let's have a look. Avaland. Oh, Avaland. Oh, that's a better one. It is an elite. It's an elite. We're not too sure exactly the significance of the whole legendary exclusive elite cross pacer as yet. Yeah, good job, mate. Good job. Let's have a look in the stats here and see how she's going. Is it a mare? Yeah, see how she's going. Where is it? How's it spelled? Avaland Bloom. Have a look at the odds, mate. Anyone else got a horse they want to check out or they got their eye on? Keep in mind, oh, this is a beauty, mate. I've only got limited data. She's showing here 23 races. I've only got the last 12. So you must have run another 10 races overnight. I haven't updated my sheet yet. Should have done that before coming on, but I can still see that she is an absolute gun down low from 1,000 to 1,600 currently showing here. Having a lot of success at 12 currently, but not enough data to suggest that that's a pattern yet. Is that paid, mate? Let me have a look. Says she's currently in class 4, mainly paid. So getting $6 odds in paid, you're on an absolute beauty. Oh, here comes a tester. Old mate Doofy wants me to look up one of his horses. Yeah, she's a beauty, Michael. A keeper. Absolute keeper. Now, what's going to be interesting, now don't listen to my advice whatsoever on this, but the dynamic that's going to be really interesting is when do you sell these gun-bred horses? Because as more come through, they're going to lose their shine at some point. So you've got to sort of make that decision of, do I sell while the market's, while the stock is high, while I am one of the guns? Or do I hold and breed? Or do I, or maybe as I said earlier in the video, maybe the market passes you by if you wait too long. Crans, what's up? Good to have you here, champion. Chautauqua. I don't know the history of this horse, Doofy. You're going to test me on my knowledge, and I know bugger all. You'd be better off assessing this horse yourself, but for the fun of it, don't know, Mike. It's a tough one, mate. It's a real tough one, Michael, whether I would sell that horse or even swap it for an unraced Genesis. I think it's got to be considered. The beautiful thing about Genesis, right, and why they're going to hold their value where the bred horses will be surpassed and fall back into the shadows to some degree, is the Genesis, there's only ever 38,000. So they're a limited edition. There's not going to be more. If anything, there's going to be more and more lost over time. So you might see 10, 20, 30, 40% of these lost in the next 5, 10 years. So the supply is getting smaller, if anything, not larger. And the bred horses are going to get surpassed and be used to bred other horses. Now, just sort of where you rank that in your overall gaming strategy will tell you whether you should move that on and upgrade to something else, or whether you keep that in your breeding stock. Chautauqua, one of the greatest breeders there is, actually undoubtedly the greatest breeder is Mr. Sir Doofy. Doofy Breakers here. it comes from, okay, so initially we've got 25 races, 20% win rate. Let's have a look at what the odds are doing. Oh, it won't let me copy and paste. All right. Oh, cool. Probably means something rude, and I'm just saying Chautauqua, Chautauqua, Chautauqua. Someone's going to get me. They already have got me. Mate, the odds don't look great, do they, Doof? So the odds, guys, for those playing at home are between 10s and 18s. Free racing, it looks hot. Yeah, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s. With 1200 running at 45% win rate, but that hasn't progressed into paid as yet. You've only had 2 runs there, averaging 18.65. So it's definitely a great free racer. It's an exclusive colt. It could breed an epic elite maybe. What's the bloodline? Bloody Mary. Great names. Ace Juice, Spoonful of Sugar. They're both good horses. Or decent, and at least Ace Juice is very, very good, well known. I know that one extremely well. And Shaky Centipede. The thing that we love about Doofy is his willingness to experiment and just do crazy stuff and come up with crazy results, let's be honest. This one is a Genesis Shaky Centipede. Had some results with Laughing Out Loud there too, so definitely decent blood. Another one, Needle, very good results. And Chautauqua, of course, adding to that. Because Doofy is a very good strategic racer, he's been able to hold this horse, Chautauqua, up at 20%, which is awesome. Arione. Arione. Who is this? Alex. How are you, Alex? Hit that sub button, guys, if you haven't already, as a help me to build the channel. RE1. He is. Well, again, first impressions are not good. You've got mixed emotions, a gun, you've got a gun mare, and you've wound up with what looks to be a dud. And that's going to happen, you know. It's got to be easier to breed duds than it is to breed champions. I mean, that's just the way it's got to be. Champions need to be 1%ers, 1 in 100s, 1 in 500s, something like that. And you can obviously narrow those odds down, or that probability down, when we find out how breeding works to a better degree. But you're always going to get that one super freak come from unexpected locations as well. Yeah, this thing, 30 to 1. Alex, do I breed, sell or race? Mate, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I would sell this. I would absolutely sell that. While the market is somewhat a seller's market to a degree, I don't think I would even... but someone else might breed an absolute champion because of this bloodline here. I'm not a risk taker. Doofy would breed this again. Wouldn't you, Doof? Doofy would, I think, and he would probably end up with an Atari or something awesome. So, look, I think it's worth at least one breed to see what the grandkids look like, for sure. Delta Dawn. Delta Dawn. All right, let's have a look at Delta. Delta. Oh, I keep forgetting to click there. Yeah, Doofy says, yeah, he would breed it. And I think I'm going to come around to that. Oops, spelled it wrong. I'm going to come around and take some more risks. My first breed, when we open up again, will be fairly risk-free. I'm going to breed the likes of Breathless Edge with the likes of Be Lucky and... Oh, no, not Be Lucky. Breathless Edge will go with... Not sure. Our first breed up's going to be Alive After 5, if you guys have seen that horse running around the shorter stuff. Very good short runner. And we'll pair that up with Starman, Stargirl, and probably Be Lucky, who are all gun sprinters, and see what happens there. And then we'll do the same with Breathless Edge, and we'll do the same with Insane Him, and see what we get progressing those lines down. And then we'll take some risks the second time around, second month around. Delta, was it Delta Dawn? Yes. Oh, this is going to be a toughie. This will be a toughie. It's a legendary. Ah, Summer Breeze. Is this the owner of Summer Breeze? Who asked me to look at this one? 333 Trip 333. I don't know you, but I did sell Summer Breeze not so long ago, about a month ago, too cheaply actually. I wish I hadn't of. I wish I sort of sold my way out of the lower end of the market, and I positioned myself up in the what I consider to be the Class 1 market with the Z1s and Z2s and some of the best legends and exclusive mares in the game. The likes of Go Long, Legend of Zelda, and a few others that are looking, Alabaster Lily, that are looking really, really nice for breeding. But I left myself out of the bottom end of the market, which Doofy has placed himself more so in that mid to lower end, which I think is a very good strategy. But you've got to pick your own battles, and I've sold myself out of that now, and I probably can't get into that at a level because the Genesis are selling so quick. You know, I can't go and buy 30 Genesis Z10s like I could before. That was very easy. I did that at least 2, maybe 3 times in the past because they were just sitting there, guys. They were sitting there in the marketplace, 100 Z10s, and I just went in there, I'll have that one, that one, that one, that one, that one for $25 to $40 a pop. Crazy times, but then I sold them all. Silly. I shouldn't have. I should have kept my feet in that market too. Anyway, side story, let's get on with it. Good parents, great parents. It's had one run. Let's have a look what it looks like in its Griffo. It's probably had more by now, guys, but my sheet's not 100% up to date, and you guys are racing like maniacs, which is great. Delta Dawn, I'm not even, oh sorry, it's had one run here. I'm not even registering that, so that's okay. But, you know, if those odds are like 6 or under, you've got a good one. If they're 10 or under, keep trying. If they're 30 or, 20 or 30 or around there, well, give it 1 or 2 more races and then see how you go with a breed. Delta Dawn, it's a toughie, yep. Good generation, Max Waters. And guys, hit that like button, hit the like. Let's get those likes up near the viewer level. And the subscribes. Keep in mind, if you want to jump on live, you got to be a subscriber because I just do it randomly. Subscribe and get the notifications so you can jump on your phone and put your earphones in and listen while you're in bed or who knows, whatever, while you're doing a workout. I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. Oh, the best starting point. Well, when I jumped in, Max, I figured that buying a bunch of Z2 Legends was a very, very good idea to build up a blood stock. You know, I think the Legends are the seeds of the breeding line, whether they be Z2s, whether they be Z4s or Z20 Legends. I think they are essentially the seed point for breeding. So you can still get them really, really cheap. And I still think that's a really good strategy. To buy a range of Z Legends if you can't afford Genesis. Now, I would also try and get my foot in the Genesis because the main reason is they are limited, and regardless if they're rubbish or not, they're going to be collectible. Absolutely. This could be the biggest NFT game in the world. It's heading that way already. And if it becomes like the biggest digital virtual horse racing game in the world, imagine how collectible those original Genesis are going to be. They're just going to be, something to behold for sure. Max, where's a good place to buy them? You've got, obviously, Matic OpenSea. It's absolutely horrible user experience, though, at the moment because you have to literally click into every horse to see if it's any good and to see what it is. So that's kind of sucks. But there will be filters eventually. Otherwise, contact me, contact Doofy. I'll be honest, I don't have many low-end horses if that's the market you're in, but Doofy specialises in starter horses. But come to me if you want the Z2 Legends because I'm doing a big breed. Now, depending on the level of Z2 Legends you want, look, if you want Breathless Edge bred with Satoshi and it's a super rare, Stronghold Ivory with that bloodline, you're going to pay some big dollars. But I've got other horses that we can breed and get you a Z2 Legend that are not, you know, at the highest level there. Throw some other horses questions at me, guys. We'll do another 10, 15 minutes and then we'll wrap this up. Oh, thanks, Alex. Subscribe, mate. You're a champion. Pulsar is next by the look of it. Pulsar. I was just looking at crayons there. What'd you say? What's up? Not the best odds, but in C2, but dominant parents. I'm not sure which that was referring to, but let's have a look at Pulsar. Oh, easy choice. Hang on, mate. I'll come back to that one. Pulsar. Better, but not great. You know, the first impression is this. This is so important. And a lot of people are completely overlooking this as far as their own horses, you know, sandbagging and the like, and just running the horses to death in places they shouldn't be running them. Because what's the first thing, what's the quickest and easiest way to determine whether you want to breed with that horse or buy that horse? It's that. Like if someone said, do you want to buy this horse? I'd be like, no, I'm not even going to waste my time looking into it. And if someone said, do you want to breed with it? I'd be like, probably not. All right, but if you can get that at 15% and really manage your horses, then it's going to make a huge difference in people paying 100 or 200 in the breeding barn to breed with your Z7 Elite. Okay, and then if you're getting 100 or 200 times 7 a month, yeah, it's a colt, you know, it's $300 or $400 a month. And it's just because you managed your horse properly and kept it up above 10, 15%. You can see Doofy, who's a specialist, and you know, myself and my brother do the same thing. We got it down to a fine art that even our bad horses, we can get them to 12%, 15% by running them in their slots, in races where we think we have an edge. And that's important. It's really, really important in the long run. It doesn't make them a better horse. It makes them look like a better horse, which is going to make them more desirable against horses of similar stature at a similar price point, you know, at 5%. So, you know, this guy, pretty good parents. Z2, Z5s, 8%, 12%. I know Crimson Stars produced a couple of decent horses before. Could be worth a breed. Weigh it up. It's decent. 5% is decent. Let's have a look. Let's just have a quick look at the odds, Pulsar. Quick look at the odds here. Roughly around 15 to 1. It's not bad. All right, Crayons, you're up. Easy choice. Oh, best distance? Dan. Oh, okay, I'll look at that in a minute. Easy choice. Oh, interesting, mate, interesting. So not the best start. 2 seconds from 7 runs. Look at that. Oh, okay. Now, this is an interesting one. This is interesting. And this is what a little bit what I was talking about before. The ability to run stats up to a level to make your horse look slightly better. Now, I'm not suggesting that neither of these parents are deserving, but interesting about Super Spirit, I'm pretty sure, has never run a paid race. Let me have a look. Maybe one. Now that's fine, that's the stable owner's choice, but that would be something that I look at, absolutely, because if you're only running free, and it looks epic, it's like $5, $6, $8, it looks like the absolute best mare in the game, but until Super Spirit runs paid, then I can't judge it, you know, whether or not it is. It hasn't run one paid race. So it hasn't run against Baroque, it hasn't run against Breathless Edge much, or Alloy, or a stacked field. I have no doubt it's good, but we don't know how good. It looks like the best mare in the game, but I'm not 100% sure that's the case. All right, guys, 5 minutes and I'll pack it up. See you, Doof. Thanks for dropping in. So yeah, this one looks great. Great bloodlines. Tough choice. Is that a Genesis? Yep. Well, given it's the same stable, Crans. Yeah, I don't know. This one may not have run paid either. Tough choice. Okay, again, it looks like a weapon. It's got a $4.61 in there, $6, good win rate. What is it, a paid racer? No, hasn't run a paid. I've got a few horses like that too, and I have more concern over tough choice than I do over Super Spirit. And it's just that I don't rate free racing. I think it's weaker, and I run my second, third tier horses in there to run the stats up. Okay, so I need to really split the elite horses from the maybes. They need to come up and test themselves against the best of the best, in my opinion. I can't remember, Michael, what Avalan might be worth. Easy choice. Hot Pistol. We'll do one more and I'll wrap that up. Tanner, I'm using my own Excel sheet tapped into the API data, and I've got my data guy working on a new sheet because I have a new data point that I want to add to that that's going to give me a slight advantage in selecting races. So the best way to go around this is, if you've got a hunch on what's important, then go and get your own sheet designed, Or you can rely on what's out there, but if you're relying on what's out there, everyone else is using the same data points and the same information and the same interpretation of data. But the point that I'm looking for is not available currently, and I'm going to develop that and see if it helps. It might not, it might hinder me. But if it does help, it will re-establish a slight edge once again. Okay, one more Hot Pistol for Dan. Then we'll call it a day. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button, because I do this randomly. And hit the notifications, and you will be notified on your phone when we go live. 315, 14.29, looks great. It's a Genesis, it's a stallion. What a beauty. You want to sell it to me? Let's have a look at if it's paid or not. How can we run a free race with a horse that's already been raced? What do you mean? There's free races popping up all the time, Galactic. You just got to keep your eye out for them. They go like that. They go like that. But yeah, keep your eye out for them, and you can chuck them in free races. It's very, very difficult to get in unless you happen to be there when they pop up, but it happens occasionally. They pop up just after the old free race finishes, so keep an eye on the old free race and see when that finishes. I'm not talking about Griffins. I'm talking about class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free races. All right, Hot Pistol. Hot Pistol, we got between 8.78 and 12.25. Best distances that I would run this horse seem to be, it's good 10, 12, 14. And then it's also good the other end, 22, 24, 26. It's made 0.54 profit. It's a very good horse. This is a good horse. A very good horse. Any breeding? Any results? Not so much. 12's not bad. 9's not bad. Not yet. It's a nice horse. Give me a call if you want to sell that one. I might be interested. I'm not really buying anymore, but and I probably wouldn't. Well, I might buy it. Oh, cool. Yeah, you're on the right money then, Dan, if you're running it 3 shortest, 3 longest, and not much in the middle. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks for dropping in. How did we go? We ended up, well, we only had a few, a nice little couple of us, but it was very interactive, which was awesome. All right, hit that like, hit the subscribe, and I'll join you again probably tomorrow or the next day. Until then, bye for now.